Welcome back to Hello Rose City. The next generation of leaders is stepping up, testing their knowledge of how our government works in the Southwest Washington Civics Bee. It's an annual competition for 6th, 7th, and 8th graders, and joining me now is last year's winner, Shreya Andy, along with Janet Konevsky of the Greater Vancouver Chamber. Welcome.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm so excited.
Okay, we're glad you're here. So Shreya, it's been about a year now since you won the Southwest Washington Civics Bee. Congratulations. Take us back to that moment you won. What was going through your mind?
I think I was just so surprised. I mean, they called third place and second place, and I was like, oh no, I didn't get it. And then they called my name, and I was just so shocked.
So what grade are you in now?
I'm a freshman in high school.
Okay, so you were 8th grade last year when you won. Awesome. And you're still very involved with politics and government, I understand. So what inspires you about that?
I think that the Civics Bee really started my interest in government. I was really curious. And I just paged for the Senate in Olympia, actually.
Wow.
So that was really inspiring. And I think just seeing like the impact the government has on the people inspires me to like stay involved.
Great. Janet, the Greater Vancouver Chamber hosts the event. Why is the Civics Bee important, and why do you host it?
Really exactly what Shreya said. We need to get youth more involved in how they can make a difference in the world. For the Greater Vancouver Chamber, we focus on the business community, and we need that pipeline of professionals that are entering our business community, understanding that they can make a difference, that they can identify a problem either themselves or work with their organization in order to solve that. So we look at the 6th, 7th, and 8th graders around our community that step up to identify all the different things that they want to challenge themselves to make a difference. And through that process, they can really understand that an individual person, whether through themselves or an organization, can make a big impact.
Yeah, do you feel that way? That, you can make a difference?
Yeah, I think it's definitely really cool to see adults like really invested in the youth and like know that and like encourage us to make a difference.
Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit about the competition? Like what kind of questions did they ask you? What's the process like? What do you have to know?
They give a really helpful study guide, so I'd say that's really important to look at. And I really was interested in like memorizing the amendments, and that was really helpful to know on the question.
Okay. Do you test your knowledge like with adults in your life to see if you know more than they do?
I remember that one time me and my brother was home and his friends were home, and I had my flashcards open and they were just testing me on the amendments, so that was really fun.
Awesome. Fun. Okay, what kind of advice would you, actually both of you, what would you say to the students who are competing in this year's Bee in a few weeks?
I would say just like be confident in yourself and your abilities. And I remember being really nervous before I was doing the Bee, but try to like make friends there, because I really regret not making friends there, but I think it would have been helpful.
Yeah, that's very good advice. Janet, what about you?
We want to see them prepare. We want to see them go out and research their topic and maybe talk to nonprofits or civic leaders on how they can tackle it and be prepared for that on stage question. So we have 3 judges that are going to be on stage, and there are 3 superintendents, or they're from the ports, our port civic leaders, and having that conversation and showing them that the youth that are coming out really are going to make an impact. And I think we don't spend enough time looking and asking the middle schoolers of our region, what do you want to do in this community? But they can really surprise you. And so when they go out and they test their skills, whether it's with adults or go and research, they bring more people into the fold. They're having more people talk about civics, and they're having those discussions that are apolitical, that are getting people to really talk about how can we make a difference that makes an impact, but also encourages civil discourse, right? So she's out there talking with civic leaders and really championing the Civics Bee and getting other youth involved, and we can't thank her enough.
That's great. And I understand the winners advance to the state Bee, and then there's a national championship in DC. What's your advice there?
Yeah, I'd say start studying, really, and really the confidence starts building, and you can see it on stage. But when they get up to the state level, it's a notch up, but they're competing with people that are just as nervous as Shreya was and their peers are there eager to learn. And then when they go to the U.S. For the U.S. Chamber holds a national, that's a $100,000 scholarship.
Wow.
So as individuals that are out there thinking, can I do this? It can be done. And when you look at the partners and people that you have in the community, for the Greater Vancouver Chamber, it's On Point Community Credit Union, one of the sponsors that helps us put on this event. But there are people within that organization that really care about the youth, care about civics, and want to make sure that 10 years from now, we have more people that really get it and that understand that they make a difference.
Yes, engagement is so important.
Engagement is crucial for this.
Yes. Well, the Civics Bee is coming up on April 20th. For more information, visit VancouverUSA.com/civicsbee. Thank you both for coming. It's great to meet you.
Thank you for having us.